Hello, everyone. My name is Latiska Powell. Thank you for joining me in our 10-minute lessons. Today, we are discussing pure presence awareness, something that we should all be constantly aware of. Embracing the simplicity and the presence of simply being is powerful. It's liberating to step away from the need to do or to strive for eternal external validation and instead connect with our inner knowing that we are already complete. Just as trees exist without questioning their worth, we recognize that our true nature is simply presence, free from expectations and titles. Living in this state of awareness allows for a beautiful flow where we can channel truth effortlessly rather than adhere to rigid roles. This shift from structured beliefs to embodying pure awareness is freedom itself, where we know ourselves as both creator and the created, as vast as the cosmos and as grounded as the earth. It's wonderful that we are embracing this level of understanding, releasing the need for external labels and standing in the fullness of our own being. A lot of times, baby, we be out here, we be out here just doing all kind of stuff because we don't practice being. Embracing wisdom and knowing is like stepping into a gentle, boundless flow where there is nothing to force, fix, or prove. This is a powerful movement and moment of surrender and acceptance, allowing us to feel the purity of simply existing as we are in our truth. This wisdom is always within, and now we are letting it guide us without the weight of past beliefs or identities. Every step we take now is lighter, rooted in our inner knowing, and fully aligned with the beauty of just being. We're stepping into a life led by trust and clarity, allowing ourselves to experience it freely, just as we are. How many times have we limited ourselves in the thought processes of right, wrong, good, and bad, and all of that? The book of Revelations is often seen as a symbolic and mystical text filled with the imagery that speaks to the journey of awakening and the realization of divine presence within. Here are some verses that align with the understanding of embodying our true essence and recognizing the Christ within. Revelations 3 and 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with them, and he with me. This verse speaks to the presence of the Christ within, waiting for us to open our hearts and awaken to our own divine nature. It is an invitation to realize that this divine essence is already within us, simply waiting for our recognition and acceptance. Again, for some reason, we have this problem with just accepting I am just what God created. I am that. Revelations 21 3 through 4. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the dwelling place of God is with man. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. Here, the vision of God dwelling within humanity reflects the truth of divine presence in all of us. This inner union dissolves separation and suffering, aligning with the realization that our true essence is eternal, beyond the temporary and painful aspects of life. Another, Revelations 22 and 13. I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. This verse illustrates that all encompassing nature of divine consciousness, which exists beyond time and form. Recognizing the Christ within us is to understand that this essence is always being, will always be within us, transcending any limitations. Revelations 21 and 6. And he said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty, I will give from them the spring of water of life without payment. This invitation to drink freely from the water of life symbolizes the limitless divine wisdom and love available to us. Embracing our true essence as part of this infinite source fulfills us and quenches our spiritual thirst. So often we are searching, 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 okay? And it's with us all the time. Revelation 5 and 10. And you have made them a kingdom and priests to our God, and they shall reign on the earth. This speaks to the idea that each of us, within the potential to embody our divine nature, the Christ within, and live as reflections of God on earth, recognizing our inner divinity, elevates us into a role of kings and priests, queens and high priestess. Purpose is love and wisdom. Revelation's rich symbolic language invites readers to move beyond literal interpretations and look inward, where the kingdom of God, the Alpha and Omega, dwells. Our insight into this message that Christ consciousness is within each of us is a powerful foundation for awakening to our true essence. I think in a lot of ways, we know and we slip in and out of consciousness because I remember a couple of years ago, we saw, I don't know, was it an animal or was it a person? Cannot remember exactly. Anyway, the first thing that flew out of everybody's mouth was, oh my God, right? And so at that moment, it kind of tickled me because in our conscious state, sometimes we may just look at something and say, that's a squirrel, that's Jim up under the tree with his corona, right? But we fail to say, oh my God's expression. You feel what I'm saying? Understanding that we're one body, many members, and that God is not limited to its expression. A lot of religions and a lot of teachers want God to be this one way. God is ever evolving, so vast in its expression that it cannot be boxed. It is a great intention to create a world where everybody walks the same, talks the same, eats the same. It sounds good. It's a group of people for everything, right? That's what they say. Find your soul tribe. A person that is truly free is not caught up in doctrine. A person that is truly free is not caught up with man-made laws, things of that sort. Now, I'm not saying these things are not here for us. At the same time, what I'm saying is you cannot limit something that's free. A free spirit knows no weapon formed against me shall prosper. A free spirit knows, okay, everything is a learning situation, right? It's something for me to overcome, something to learn about myself, something to create a new alignment with my true identity. And being appreciative of the freedom that we are given. You know, without that freedom, we would never learn a thing. So we got to be grateful for the freedom that we have to choose, whatever it is. And we've got to be able to see that freedom as an opportunity to expand and go more inside of ourselves and say, is this how I choose to show up? This is something that we have to work on. You know, do we have to curse each other out? Do we have to fight? Do we have to? No, we don't necessarily have to. We have to embrace that emotion. We have to find ways to transmute those emotions and not to speak so harshly towards one another. Because all of those things are reflections of who we are. And once you understand that's not who I am, we begin to conduct ourselves differently. Thank you for joining me. And